Bahlool sells. Paradise, those who have great power of emaan buy this paradise. There was once a man, Bahlool Dana, known for his simplicity yet profound wisdom. People often misunderstood his eccentric behavior, thinking he was mad, but only a few realized that behind this veil of madness lay deep faith and insight. Bahlool didn't seek wealth or power. He lived in simplicity, his soul free from the chains of the world. One warm afternoon, Bahlool sat by the riverside, where children often gathered to play. But Bahlool wasn't there to play like the children. His hands worked quietly, forming little flower beds out of the soil. To an outsider, he might have appeared lost, just like the children, building their little worlds of imagination. But Bahlool had a purpose, an understanding of something far greater. As fate would have it, ZUBAIDA, the beloved wife of Harun Rashid, was passing by. She was known for her generosity and piety, always looking for ways to earn the pleasure of Allah. Upon seeing Bahlool sitting humbly, his hands covered in dirt, a sense of curiosity tugged at her heart. What could this madman be doing? "Bahlool," she called out softly, her voice filled with a mix of kindness and wonder. "What are you doing here?" Bahlool, without looking up, replied, "I am building paradise." This simple answer took ZUBAIDA by surprise. Paradise? How could this man, playing with dirt like a child, claim to be building paradise? She smiled gently, amused, and asked, "Do you sell the gardens you build?" Bahlool's gaze shifted towards her, his eyes reflecting a depth that was both unsettling and captivating. "Yes," he said with a smile. "I sell them." ZUBAIDA, intrigued and perhaps feeling a tug of compassion for Bahlool, asked, "And how much for one of these gardens?" With complete seriousness, Bahlool responded, 100 dinars. Without hesitation, ZUBAIDA ordered her servant to hand Bahlool 100 dinars. The servant complied, and Bahlool, with a smile, took the money. "Do you not want a receipt?" he asked. ZUBAIDA, still smiling at what seemed to be Bahlool's game, replied, "Write it and bring it later." She then left, her heart light with the thought of having helped someone in need. Bahlool, however, did not keep the money for himself. He distributed every last coin among the poor, smiling to himself as he watched their faces light up in gratitude. But what happened next was far beyond what anyone could have imagined. That night, as ZUBAIDA lay asleep, she had a dream so vivid, so real, that it stirred her very soul. She found herself in a place of unimaginable beauty. Before her lay a garden that stretched endlessly, its rivers sparkling like diamonds under the sun, its trees bearing fruits that no eye had ever seen. The air was filled with a fragrance so sweet that it brought tears to her eyes. Palaces of jewels stood tall in the distance, 7 stories high, each one more magnificent than the other. The ground beneath her feet shimmered as though made of pearls and gold. Servants, radiant in their youth, greeted her with smiles, ready to serve her every need. It was as if she had stepped into the very gates of Jannah. Amidst this splendor, a golden scroll appeared before her. Inscribed on it, in a script more beautiful than anything she had ever seen, were the words, "This is the garden you purchased from Bahlool." The ink shone like gold, and the realization hit her like a wave. This was not just a dream, it was a sign. She had truly purchased a piece of paradise. When she awoke, ZUBAIDA was overwhelmed with emotion. Tears flowed from her eyes as she recalled the dream. The next morning, she rushed to her husband, Harun Rashid, and recounted everything she had seen. Her voice trembled with awe and gratitude. "I have seen paradise, Harun. Bahlool sold me a garden, and it was more beautiful than anything I could ever imagine." Harun Rashid, a man of power and wealth, was deeply intrigued. If Bahlool's sale had brought such joy and spiritual insight to his wife, perhaps he too could buy a piece of this paradise. Without delay, he summoned Bahlool. Harun Rashid, with a determined look, spoke, "Bahlool, I want to buy one of your gardens. I will give you 100 dinars, just as Zubaida did." Bahlool's laughter echoed through the grand hall, a sound so pure and free from the burdens of this world. "Oh, Harun," he said, "Zubaida bought it without seeing it. She gave with a heart full of faith, without asking for proof. But now you ask to buy what you have already heard and seen through her." He paused, his gaze piercing through the materialism of Harun's world. "The garden Zubaida bought is not for sale anymore, not for any price." Harun was left speechless. He realized that Bahlool's wisdom transcended gold, power, and the earthly possessions he held so dear. This was a lesson in faith, in trust, and in the unseen. The story of Bahlool spread throughout the land. People talked about the man who sold paradise for 100 dinars. But what they didn't realize was that Bahlool wasn't just selling a garden. He was teaching a lesson about the true value of faith. It wasn't about the money. It was about the sincerity in the act of giving, the trust in Allah's promises, and the understanding that what is unseen is far more precious than what we chase in this world. And so, Bahlool remained, wandering the streets, playing in the dirt, while those who truly understood his wisdom carried his lessons in their hearts, forever changed. This is the power of our emaan. Hey, amazing my YouTube family! Thank you for watching Spiritual Miracle Tales. We hope these stories have touched your heart and inspired your soul. If you enjoyed our content, please subscribe to our channel and share these tales with your friends and family. Your support helps us bring more uplifting and miraculous stories to the community. May peace and blessings be upon you. Stay tuned for more inspiring tales. Don't forget to like, comment, and spread the love.